with the amount of threes you're taking so far, when you analyze the quality of the looks you're getting, what is that process like? Are you satisfied with the quality of the looks you're getting?
Yeah, very satisfied with the quality of the looks. I would say maybe 3 to 5 or 6 of the, let's say, 40 that we're taking are probably ill-advised. But other than that, pretty happy. Anything in shot selection, there's always something else that could have been done on the floor. It's like, maybe we could have driven and gotten another one, or there was an open lane to the rim in transition or something like that. So, but it doesn't mean the shot you took was a bad one.
Yeah.
So.
When it comes to Ant, he's been seemingly hunting it off of screens and re-screens and things like that.
Yeah.
You've talked about his ability to have that kind of dribble, that three being maybe a potential power of his going forward. Have you seen him take a leap with that so far this season? That aspect?
I think he's getting to it a little quicker and cleaner.
Okay.
And a lot of times it is coming off of, let's say, pick and roll or other actions rather than ISOs. Those are the ones that probably don't pay dividends as much. But where he's really up is his catch and shoot threes, and we've generated a lot of good ones for him. We talked about that yesterday. So I think that combination is what's driving it. I'd probably like him to go to the hoop a little bit more than he has been if I was going to trade anything out. But a lot of those shots may have been tough twos. So I'll take what we're getting. Let's put it that way.
You mentioned kind of Julius and the way he's playing out and being a beneficiary of that. How much is Julius impacting the quality of threes that you get?
Huge. And Dante, both of those guys are natural kick-out guys, which we weren't like a natural kick-out team. So Julius, whether it be early in transition, in the post, or just sometimes like even with his bully ball, he ends up drawing so much attention as so many guys are open late. So he's been a huge driver of it. Dante as well, turning corners, making the right kick out, and we put an emphasis on it. We came into the season wanting to shoot more threes, but we're not obsessed about it. They're naturally coming our way. I think the volume has surprised me, but the quality has also been pretty high.
And then with Ant, I know you want him getting as many catch and shoot looks as he can. Obviously, that's open up closeouts. What are kind of the teaching points for him as far as, other than, hey, stand there and be ready?
Yeah, I think, get to different spots on the floor, too, because they're going to come in the corners, in transition from Julius. They're going to, relocation. So just, like, moving off the ball, like, in sync with the drive a little bit, I think is a learned skill for him. And, just trusting it. Like, he's always been a good catch-and-shoot, three-point shooter, always. He just hasn't either done it enough because he likes to play in a different rhythm or hasn't always trusted it, which is weird because the numbers have really always, since maybe year one, the numbers have stood up that it's a really good shot for him.
With Nas, he was playing a lot of 4. First part of his career, he's playing 5.
Yeah.
He goes to playing 4. Now he's mixing in 4 or 5 minutes. Is that a challenge for a player to kind of be doing that throughout his career?
Since he's been here, he's like the ultimate transformer. Like he just keeps whatever we need. Like he just keeps adapting, and it could be offensively at the 4, defensively at the 3, or defensively at the 5, offensively, at the 5 too. Like it could be a lot of different things. He has so much skill in game. It's pretty easy for him. I think what makes him really tick is that he's very in tune to his teammates. Like he wants to make the right plays and fit in around his teammates, but he has all the skill to do it in a lot of different ways. So his mindset is, and he comes off ready to score, so it's a balance for him. But like he's got to do what our system dictates, and whether he's at the 4 or the 5.
Defensively, how much of a challenge or change is it for him, especially given the different personality maybe?
Yeah, I think sometimes in the moment, like he gets lost, whether it should be, switching as a 4 or in coverage as the 5, or that's and sometimes that's on us. Like we just have to be more clear. But he can execute all the coverages. It's just like going back and forth between them.
Mike spoke about it the other day. He said he's been dealing with his wrist for years.
For years?
Yeah. Have you seen how has it affected him recently, or?
I think this summer it really flared up on him, and now it's calmed down, and I think he's just working out some stiffness that's in there. But I haven't really noticed it up until this summer and this preseason. His shots, I'm sure it's affecting his shots to some degree. His shots all look good. They look like they're going to go down, and a lot of them are rattled out. But that's really the only thing I've kind of noticed about it.
Does playing a 7-game series against Denver last spring give you any insight more into how to defend Jokic?
Yeah. He just reinforces, that he's almost unguardable. You have to pick your poison with him like you do with all great players. But it's not just the 7 games. We played him 20 times in the last 2 years. Played him the year before in the playoffs, and we played him in the preseason. So if you add that in there, I'm sure it's even more. So it's a lot.
Does familiarity breed contempt?
I'm sure it does. It also fuels a rivalry too.
With Denver guarding Jokic, Cat guarded him a lot in the playoff series last year. I guess what's kind of the approach this year from him?
Yeah, listen, it takes a lot of guys to guard him. You got to guard him a lot of different ways. No different than like a guarding Luka. You got to give him different looks with different defenders to try to keep him as off balance as you possibly can. But those guys have seen it all, and they've been able to kind of unlock a lot of different things. So you just got to battle them. Last year we had great size to do so. Julius not quite the length the Cat is, but he's got the physicality, I think, to be able to go against him. And, Nas did a really good job with his activity. So each one of our bigs has a different thing that they can do to try to affect him. But, ultimately it's a team commitment to take away what he does best. So.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.